Time. It is 12 noon in the
Whoa.
Pacific, and we are bringing it to you. Misippo Drive, East Bay, California. Chooch, big bro, where you at?
What is happening, man? Welcome to the 80s. Oh, yeah, dude. Stash it up, baby. Yes, I love it. First time ever for Big Bro, man. And I want to get some comments on it, man. Come on, give it to me. Good or bad, I don't care. Let's get after it, dude. All right. We got Lil Bro and Big Bro, dude, at the same time without even talking, dude. No face hair. Look at that. I think we dropped 15 years, dude, in a matter of a swipe of a razor, dude.
Yeah,
Craziness.
you might have dropped 15 years, but you gained a decade. I don't know where this is coming from. This is new to me, friends. This has all sorts of creepy nostalgia, like taking me back to my father's goodnight kisses. Because man,
Oh, man, dude.
that
Yes.
mustache was always prickly, and it always had a faint taste of Coors Light, didn't it?
Faint shit, man. You probably got hooked on Coors Light when you were a kid because of that stuff, man. Me, myself included.
So
So,
no
yeah.
joke, because I didn't think I'd be able to fit this in. But thank you, big bro. I didn't know we'd be talking Misippo stashes, but here we go. Last Wednesday when I was finishing up that softball game, one of my teammates, Anthony Gutierrez, shout out Ant, cracks open a couple Coors Banquet beers. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. He goes, you want one? I could smell it from 6 yards away.
Yes.
I put it up to my mouth, and I'm a 5-year-old in my race car bed getting a good night kiss from dad
Yes.
all over again.
Gotta love it, dude. The smells and the sights of childhood, dude, everywhere.
Ah,
Speaking of that, dude, dude, it's cool, man. Yeah, you know what, man? Why not? Why the hell not, dude? Do it for a little bit. And I'm taking it old school to the A's game, dude. I mean, you got to go old school. Maybe I'll hang out with Andrew Chafin, dude, and
oh,
we'll hang out and compare mustaches. Even though I like his a little bit better, dude.
you
Yeah,
guys would be electric in the mustache category. Maybe get a photo op. Be like, hey,
yeah,
Chafe, this is
maybe.
for you, buddy.
Yes,
You know, I
yes,
also
dude.
lived on a boat for a spell of time. You could tell him that, Chad, right?
Definitely, dude. Yes, I love that he was looking for boat living, dude. Boat living is not bad living. You
No,
got
it's
to be
not.
good with close quarters, and you
No.
got to be good with rocking in the old toilet too. Anyways, dude, let's get on it, man. Let's get after it, dude. MisippBROs coming to you live. Mark is in the East Bay, dude. I'm wearing the fire orange shirt because it's hot as hell where I'm at. I am not in San Luis anymore. I'm not in Pismo. I am up and where? Sutter County, dude. 100 and something degrees and do a little house sitting. Yeah, I got to take care of the fam, dude.
All
Take care of
right.
mama and
Where's
do a little house sitting while you're at it, dude. So good times. And I'm going to hang up here for a few days, man, and make my way around. Not go out outside too much, dude. Freaking smoke and heat equals no good, dude. So, hey, take care of biz, dude. Hang out in Alameda, dude. Hang out with you. Come this weekend, dude. We got the Bay Bridge series, dude, coming up. And we got all kinds of stuff to talk about. But, dude, it seems like everybody wants to talk about what? Trey Area. What do you think of that call? What do you think of his first freaking experience in front of the Niner faithful? And how do you think his whole game went, man?
Well, it was a hyped, anticipated debut. It's been a while since 49er fans were this excited about a number one pick. However, or top pick, I should say. Let me remind folks, we've seen this level of excitement for Bay Area 49er quarterbacks before. I always remind 49er fans, it was just 6, 7 short years ago that, they were convinced Colin Kaepernick was the hottest show on turf. And man, was there a lot of number 7 jerseys at the time. Maybe rightfully so, but with hindsight, maybe a little early on that call, 49er fans. He did have a nice 1-year peak, but that was about it. Then Jimmy G. I remember seeing a lot of number 10 jerseys flying off the shelves 3 years ago. I mean, maybe it just speaks to a very quarterback-rich franchise, and I'll include Jeff Garcia in there, but of course Steve Young and Joe Montana. They had many, many decades of good quarterback play. So maybe they're just hungry for it again, or maybe they smell it again. Like I've been on from the beginning, Chooch, Trey Lance, even as a 20-year-old with not a lot of tape, I say it again, I like Lance a lot. I like his tools. I like his potential. There's certain things that are uncoachable about him, and he's about to open up the Shanahan playbook like we've never seen during the Shanahan era.
I can see that, dude. play.
Mhm.
So there's going to be growing pains. You're going to need Jimmy G. Don't get too crazy, Niner fan, and say, I want him week 1. You know, week 3, week 4, he'll probably be in, but he needs a little more time with the playbook, dude. That's what I see, definitely.
You called it week 3. That's when I kind of got just a sense that we might see Trey Lance, whether it's by unfortunate injury to Jimmy Garoppolo. He's been fragile in the past. If the Niners start off 0-2, what's stopping them from throwing Lance in? You know, not to save the season, but just to see what they got sooner than later. But of course, in a perfect world, Jimmy G sets the world on fire. Niners are 3-0, and he's playing up his own trade value. I think that's the best scenario for the Niners. But the hype is real. The hype also comes from Trey Lance went 9 for 9 in practice today and scored on a veer option. It's
stop it with that stuff, dude. Jesus, it's ridiculous, dude. Don't listen to training camp garbage stats, dude. That's like, don't even think about it, man. It's not even. They're playing against their own team. They can't touch the quarterback. They're not going to pop receivers off the line. So don't even, it's not real, dude. But what else we got going today, dude? Trey made a great welcoming to the Trey area. But at the same time, dude, we got other stuff to talk about. We got Giants. We got A's. We got, what else, bro? What else you thinking? What's in that big brain of yours today, man?
On the topic of NFL football, I can't ignore this because it's new and it's different and it's optics, it's aesthetics, and your little bro, excuse me. He picks up on these sort of things. I'm big on the aesthetics fans. We've talked about it before. There's some new NFL rules. We're not going to touch on all of them, but there's a new rule pertaining to numbering of position players. AKA linebackers forever were in the 50s and 90s. Wide receivers forever were in the 80s before they said a lot of wide receivers, you can wear numbers 10 through 19 now. Well, the door is busted off of the old traditions because players are wearing single digits at the cornerback position, safety, wide receiver, linebacker. It looks and smells a lot more like college. It's going to take some getting used to from me. Example, Julio Jones, brand new Tennessee Titan. He's going to be wearing the number 2 this year. It's going to look a little bit odd. It just is to me. That used to be numbers reserved for kickers and quarterbacks exclusively. Patrick Peterson, former All-Pro cornerback, 10-year career with the Arizona Cardinals. He's showed up new in Minnesota, and he's going to be wearing the number 7. Top draft pick, Patrick Surtain, cornerback, Broncos, number 2. Just saying, after years, lifetime.
Dude, get used to it, okay? Things change. This is part of the global reset. Anything goes into anything. It's going to be like college. Like you saw players in, single digits. Sometimes college players have the same number on the same team. So, yeah, I know it's weird.
It's going to take some getting used to. And just for some perspective, real quick, yeah. Tom Brady, he called this out. He said he thinks it's going to cause confusion when it comes to blocking assignments for his linemen, because oftentimes they center on a guy, with 56 on him. Now he's wearing 4. So they'll still be able to play. They'll get it figured out too. But just some new optics in the NFL, and we'll save the new taunting rule for another time because that's going to pick up some steam. I know there's going to be some calls that shouldn't, and it's going to alter some games. But we're still talking football, bro. The fans want to know. It's coming. Not just NFL, but college. Which season are you looking forward to more?
I'm looking forward to college more. And I'll tell you why, dude, because these guys can make money off their likeness. These guys can they can market themselves. And I want to see what that does more than anything else, dude, because I think that's huge in the college game. But also, dude, this whole thing with the SEC grabbing Texas and Oklahoma, dude, and making a super conference, dude. This did not go well in Europe, dude, when they tried to do this in soccer. It's going to be interesting to see what happens here in the U.S. and how Pac-12, Big Ten, ACC, all these guys are going to frickin' scramble to make their own super conference. And that leaves the San Jose States, the University of Hawaii's, all these other small guys out of the loop, dude. It's going to really change the college football landscape. It'll be interesting to see how it works out, man.
Definitely a seismic shift when you take teams and programs like Texas and move them anywhere. Last I checked, the University of Austin still has the highest student enrollment in the country. So anytime you move a program of that size and the football team that goes with it, stadium of 100,000, we're talking major money, major economics. So,
well, I mean, can we just dispel the myth that these guys actually want to go to college or they want to freaking go to class? This is all about the dough, man. It always is. College football has always been about the dough. And look at this freaking power grab that the SEC is doing, grabbing the best two programs out of the Big Ten and shaking them down, dude. Not the Big Ten, I'm sorry, Texas and Oklahoma. It's just a consolidation of power, and you're going to see now reaction to it, and people are going to have more power. I mean, these guys are only in school for what, 1 or 2 years, man, and they're gone. So it's another avenue. Now they can make money off it. Good for them. But this is all entertainment and money, brother, and that's why we love it. Let's be serious.
You gotta love it. And I will say, on the note of college football or NFL football, I've long preferred the NFL, but I can't ignore college football. I've always loved the passion for the players that are there for a 4-year degree. You know, it's their it's their last couple years to play said sport. We have some former some former college athletes that chime in on this thread. Our own producer Bruce could tell you how important those couple years are. If you're not going to make it all the way to the NFL, this is it. So I do love the passion you get from those mid-conferences. I love watching teams like Wyoming dominate their conference. I like that Trey Lance came from a school like North Dakota State. I mean, I do my research on these guys, right? I do enjoy the college, but it inevitably funnels up to the NFL, right? Inevitably for those players that are going to continue on.
Of course.
I've yet to see. There's been some classics lately, but I'll always be a huge fan of that 2006 Rose Bowl with USC and Texas. That's an epic game. Pro Bowlers, and going back to the 90s, back when linebackers had the big old what do we call it? The neck roll. Guys used to be bigger and blockier then, man. You used to be able to remember the guys would wear the T-shirts like this, you know. The running backs especially. Yeah, I mean, take me back to Emmitt Smith at Florida. Give me some Dion at Florida State. I got love for college, but the NFL, I would say I'm proud to share this. It used to be a point of pride. I've probably been to over 100 football games in my life, supporting the former Oakland Raiders. It's 8 games at a time for up to 20 years. That'll do it to you. I'm looking forward to this NFL season. I'm interested to see what the Bucs can do with Brady one more time. Are you kidding me? Mahomes continues his ascent. I feel like him and Josh Allen are going to be neck and neck. Josh Allen just cashed in on a big contract extension, by the way. And there's just so many young quarterbacks. Because, Chad, I didn't write this one down, but I had this conversation at a bar with a sports fan the other day. He wanted to say Jimmy Garoppolo is still a top 15 quarterback, a.k.a. above average, a.k.a. top half of the league. It's so easy to put together a list of 10 quarterbacks much better than him. And what it speaks to is the NFL has a glut of quarterback talent, young ones too. So Trey Lance can maybe add to that list.
Well, yeah, dude, but you got to see these guys perform, dude. It's one thing to have talent. You got to wait to see.
There in Joe Flacco-like fashion, where he had a very solid team around him.
Yes.
Great defense. And yes, he was one lifetime throw away from maybe being Super Bowl champs, presumably, and maybe a career-changing throw.
Well, and you ask any Niner fan, though, the play of that game was their defense not freaking covering the wide receiver on that freaking floater that Mahomes got to Tyreek Hill, I think it was, and that was changing the game. But anyways, we digress, dude.
Four rookie quarterbacks to keep an eye on. See if we can, in my opinion, Trevor Lawrence, the #1 pick, Zach Wilson, Jets #2 pick, Trey Lance #3 to the Niners, and Justin Fields in Chicago. I think he's going to start sooner than later as well.
How come I forgot about Trevor Lawrence? Oh, that's right. He's in Jacksonville. That's why.
Hey, you watch out for those Jaguars, man.
Really?
Yes.
You think with Urban Meyer, dude, they're going to do anything? I will definitely take that bet.
There are one thing that was trending on Twitter was Tim Tebow's blocking, and it's not for good reasons. Look out for number 85, tight end Tim Tebow, to maybe make some top 10 plays this year. We'll see. I can't wait for that tight end reverse, though. Can't wait to see Tim Tebow chugging down the field 10 years after we last saw him in an NFL uniform. But again, the quarterbacks, Chad, whether it's starting at the very tip top with the Aaron Rodgerses, the Pat Mahomes, the Tom Brady's, you got 3 right there. Then you get your Josh Allens, you get your Lamar Jacksons, former MVP, you get your Kyler Murrays, you get your Russell Wilsons, your Dak Prescotts. Do you see where I'm going here? There's a lot.
Dak Prescott? No.
I knew you wouldn't be a believer, but I knew you wouldn't. But he's a solid quarterback, and the Cowboys think he's worth $40 million a year. So we'll see how that turns out. But yes, NFL football season's upon us. We promised to talk more about it. As we continue on.
Hey, you didn't put Derek Carr in there, man. What happened to that?
Derek Carr coming off the best year of his career statistically. I will expect him to have an improved year as well. And yes, I would put Derek Carr ahead of Jimmy Garoppolo, fans. I would, and I would do it again. Anyways, Chad, did you see a dramatic return? This guy has a flair for this sort of return. We're shifting gears to baseball, folks. We talked NL MVP last week. Dude. We were leaving out of the discussion this gentleman who's missed about a month on the IL now, 3 separate times. Fernando Tatis Jr. has hit the injured list, whether it was his shoulder or other achy body parts, and 3 times now he's returned, and in the first game, the first 2 at-bats, hits a home run. NL MVP.
Dude,
back to claim his throne.
He's the MVP, no doubt about it, because there's no more valuable player to his team. There is not. Without him, the Padres are pedestrian. They are. With him, they have a shot at the wild card, and they have electricity at Petco, dude. So, I mean, to come off the injured list, play right field, and frickin' hit 2 bombs in your return, that's freaking that's legendary, dude. That's coming off the court, dude, after being injured and hitting free throws, dude, with 1 leg standing. You know, I mean, it's great stuff, dude. It's great for the game. And the Padres are trying. They got 2 horses in front of them, dude, that just are not going to let up. I mean, yes. The Dodgers and the Giants are freaking bad arse. Okay, they have complete teams and they aren't going anywhere. But I love watching Tatis, dude. More power to him for freaking coming back hitting bombs, dude.
Well, let me just say on that note, yes, Fernando Tatis, try as he might, he can do a lot of things on his own. Can he erase a 9.5 games back deficit for the Padres? Because that's how far they are back from the Giants.
Does he pitch?
Does he pitch? I saw a kid in the Little League World Series pitching with both arms. That's pretty cool.
That ambidextrous, baby. You know, I mean, if anyone can do it, I think Tatis could right now.
There's very few things that man can't do.
You know, the Padres are struggling. You know, Darvish, we know, is not a big game pitcher. He gets paid like one. He's already hurt. And now they're going after Jake Arrieta because he can't get him off the scrap heap. They're struggling, dude. So it's going to be hard for them to catch the Dodgers or the Giants, dude. But it's fun to watch.
And impossible to ignore. I can't believe how many storylines the NL West gives us. The lower than a snake low, Arizona Diamondbacks.
Yes, dude.
Front page news. What happened in Arizona this weekend?
Dude, one of the best stories of the year came from the worst team of the year, dude. Okay? The D-backs, Gilbert. I already forgot his first name, dude.
Tyler.
Tyler? Okay. Tyler Gilbert came out first major league start.
It gives you storylines like this seemingly out of nowhere. I mean, the Arizona Diamondbacks were about a pitcher or 2 away from calling you and I to see if we could just pitch a couple middle relief innings.
Yes,
and that's all this guy had done. This was not Tyler Gilbert's first time in a Major League Baseball uniform. He'd done that just 3 times in relief. Correct. 27 years old, not a hyped prospect, clearly. Throwing about 89 miles an hour, I think he topped out at, left-handed. So one of the most improbable no-hitters. It smelled of Dallas Braden, but Dallas was all the way perfect.
Yes.
It's just, again, reason number 1,372 that we love.
Dude, you said he was 27. I remember when I was 27, I was still playing like weekend baseball, dude, you know, like semi-pro baseball. And I kept on thinking, you know, and you said he threw 89. I was throwing 89. How come I didn't get a shot in the freaking bigs, dude?
He's doing something right.
I'm not left-handed. There you go.
That definitely plays a role. Yes. So Tyler Gilbert, thank you for the headlines. Thank you for giving Arizona something to not be a punching bag about. So that was good to see. Moving on to a resurgence of sorts. Thank you for the mustache, big bro. You reminded me of this guy. I brought this hat to see if I remind you of anybody with a freshly shaved face.
Mark Canna?
Good. I'll take it.
All right.
He's got the sideburns.
Yeah, he does have a little bit of a sideburn going.
Babyface assassins in the Bay Area: Steph Curry, Buster Posey, Matt Chapman.
Okay.
A's
but
hat.
You don't look like Matt Chapman. Or
Matt Chapman
doesn't look like you.
No, I know. Just the babyface A's hat combo. Hoped it would do it. I should have brought a platinum glove. I don't have one with me at the moment. But Chad, he also notoriously sported a pretty standout mustache for what he could muster. A year or two ago, spring training. I don't know if you remember it. It's not worth talking about. But Matt Chapman, the Oakland Athletics and their fans have been waiting all year for him to wake up. Seemingly stumbling, sleepwalking through the season, batting about 227 every time I check. Countless strikeouts. Well, he had himself a weekend. I'm going to go backwards because it's going to be more fun to go that way. He hit 2 homers yesterday. He hit a homer on Saturday. He made an incredible over-the-shoulder catch down the third base line.
That reminded me of
David Wright, 2005, Petco Park. Yes. However, David Wright, same trajectory, same amazing, impossible angle. David Wright went barehanded. Look it up, friends. 2005. Matt Chapman, full layout a la Jim Edmonds years ago.
He did like a snap, dude. He had a grab snap, dude. Yes, it was like,
just
whoa, man.
A reminder that Matt Chapman is one of the most talented third basemen in the league, especially on the defensive side. He hit 3 homers in 36 hours, made the incredible catch, and this was all coming off of that ridiculous game in Cleveland on Thursday where the A's won 17-0. Matt Chapman's line that day, he must have been seeing the ball well. 0 for 1 with a strikeout. 5 walks.
That's pretty embarrassing for the Cleveland pitching staff to walk someone 5 times.
He joined Jose Canseco, heard of him, Mark McGwire, and Ricky Henderson as the last Oakland Athletics players to earn 5 walks in a game.
Wow, dude. All those guys had 5 walks in a game.
At least once.
Whoa.
Or just once. This doesn't happen often, folks.
How stupid are you to walk Ricky Henderson, dude? And 5 times, dude.
He had that low batting stance, one of the smaller strike zones in baseball.
One of my, if not my favorite player to watch live, I got to watch, dude, as a kid.
Yes.
It was unreal electricity in the Coliseum after Ricky would get a walk, dude.
Now, on that note, the Cleveland Indians Twitter page, sometimes one of the funnier Twitter follows in the league, along with the Rockies. The A's got some good comedy, but getting to it, they tweeted out after the game, to those fans that were booing us for not walking Matt Chapman a 6th time, our highest condolences. I mean, you might as well have fun when you lose a game 17-0.
Yeah, there's nothing else to really talk about.
Oh, goodness. Last thing on the A's, real quick. You mentioned Ricky Henderson. Starling Marte, he's not stealing bases at a Ricky Henderson pace, but he's already stolen 33 this year, tying him for the league lead. He previously led his Marlins with 22. He may have the chance to lead 2 different teams in stolen bases in the same season. It's happened before. I don't have the numbers immediately in front of me. But Starling Marte, 11 for 11 stolen bases for the A's. You got to love it.
Man. Yeah, he's a freaking igniter at the top of the lineup for the A's, dude. It's huge for them because they need someone that would altogether, man, always confidently be a pro up there. You don't need like that. I mean, I know everyone has this infatuation with Mark Canna. I don't see it. I mean, they love it. They love it. But he's not excited. He's not excited when he gets Marte is. And nobody's like Ricky. No
comparison. Put my head there and just a little respect of Mark Canna, Major League Baseball players above 400 for 3 straight years.
I'm not saying he's a bad player. I think that he's a little bit. You don't put him at the lead. I don't put him at the lead off anyway. So
no doubt. MLB. Giants still A's trending in the right direction. In Texas, though. Anything else from the baseball catching your eye right now, Chooch?
Oh man, dude. You said Chapman got hot and Manaea went back in the tank. That sucks for the A's. There's all kinds of stuff, dude. You're watching Chris Sale revitalize the Red Sox, okay? Period, because they were downtrending big time. The A's lost the other day, man. You got all 4 teams below them won in the wild card, dude. So they better watch their arse, dude. You got the Yanks, the Red Sox. Tampa Bay is up at top of the division, but you got the Blue Jays and the Mariners, dude. Mariners are just hanging out down there, man. They'll probably fade here pretty quick because they're the Mariners. Anyways, the point is, dude. That's what I'm watching. I'm watching Toronto. I'm watching Toronto because they got a hell of a lineup. Yanks, Red Sox. Rays. Then you got the NL. Then you got the NL.
Least.
Okay, let's be serious, man. I know we got Philly fans on the line. But I'm going to tell you the truth of what I believe. Boy, and does anyone want to win that? I mean, the Mets are coming into frickin' San Francisco. They're probably going to get whooped. And that's good for a Philly fan. But Philly fan, you got to put a frickin' streak together, dude. You can't win 2, lose 3, win 3, lose 2. It gets old, dude. You got, someone has to take hold of that division. I don't know if any team in there is talented enough to take the bull by the horns. What do you think, dude?
A quick peek at the standing shows you're correct, Chad. The NL East, or least as you called it, the only division in baseball without a team above 68 wins or more. 4 of the 6 divisions have 70-game winners. The one division that doesn't have a 70-game winner is the AL Central. I'm happy to hop on this topic because we're talking Chicago White Sox. A quick peek to the standings reveals something a little surprising. These Oakland Athletics have the exact record of Chicago White Sox, 68-50.
Wow.
The White Sox were involved in the most watched baseball game regular season in 16 years last Thursday. We'll be quick about it, but let's give a nod of appreciation to what the MLB provided. I thought it was fantastic. The visuals, the entrances, the plenty of homers into the corn, and Tim Anderson's stalk off in the 9th inning.
Stalk off, dude. I love that, dude. I'm like, dude, I love that. When you take that, I'm like, whoa, yes, stalk off. And, dude, it could not have been scripted better, dude. And the fireworks and just the altogether. Hey, what's this? What's Tim doing here, man? You guys, let me know, man. I was trying to. Is he like too hot into the car? Like he's like out of fire or something? What was that going around the bases?
I'm not sure. It might have been a nod to some of his homies watching back home, some of his boys. I'm not sure, but it's the first time I've seen it. It provided one of the better visuals you'll ever see, those fireworks going off in center field. I mean, it was made for TV. It was almost a movie. The Yankees scored 4 in the 9th to pull ahead by 1. Tim Anderson says, thank you very much for the moment. I'll go Oppo tank, about 8 corn stalks deep if I measured right.
Dude, Liam Hendricks, dude. Oh, brother, man. What happened, dude? Aussie boy. He's been getting lit up lately. And then Britton comes in, gives up the bomb, and then says, I don't want to close anymore. Hey, don't worry, man, because you won't be closing anymore. You don't have to tell us this. We already know, Britton. Thanks a lot.
He sounds like a dog who needs to be shot talking like that. Basically.
What is up with these athletes, man? Not wanting is that what's going on in the world? It feels like, man. Like no one wants responsibility, dude. And the people that want responsibility are the people that are thriving. The people that don't, they're cowering down, dude. You don't hear players say that much, and that took me back. I'm like, oh, dude, I don't want that guy on my team anymore if he's talking like that. Period.
I agree. But wrapping it up on the Yankees and White Sox, they played a very, very memorable first game at the Field of Dreams. Correcting myself from 2 previous episodes, they did build a new field with full dimensions of an MLB field. That was 335 down the line. It was 400 to center.
I was going to let that slide, but you brought it up.
No, I have to. I'll own it. I was given a little misinformation. I was given the dimensions of the original field from the movie. I was under the impression they'd be playing on the original field. Instead, they built the whole damn thing, and it looked spectacular. Even that vintage scoreboard in center field looked incredible. And so here's to them returning to the field. MLB has already said, lock it in, whether it's money-based or in the interest of the fan.
Oh, dude, they're not going back now.
When you see the ratings do what they were doing, highest rated game, most watched in 16 years, they'll be back. One quick question on that. It started to have fans beg for more. Fans want to see other historical fields, maybe from movies, maybe from pop culture. Host a game. The first one that came to my mind, The Sandlot.
Dude, that would be cool, man. That would be one of my favorite baseball life movies of all time, dude. Definitely, man. So much great stuff in there. And, dude, play on The Sandlot. Play on a Sandlot, dude. Have a freaking dog in the backyard, dude. James Earl Jones, dude. All kinds of stuff coming out, man. That would be killer.
Last I checked, though, this could be problematic when you have multi-million-dollar athletes out there. Not a lot of grass on that Sandlot patch. And would the players be out there in Benny the Jet Rodriguez, Chuck Taylor's, Converses? Would they be wearing cleats? Will there be a dog in left field, the beast?
You could do a replay, kind of like a fun game, you know what I mean? So, hey, you know what? Speaking of this, dude, that happened on Thursday, right after we had our podcast, and all that kind of stuff. So it's been 4 days, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. Have you watched Field of Dreams yet, dude? Oh,
next
come
topic.
on, bro. You had 4 days, dude, to right that wrong, man. Come on, dude. Hey, MisippBROs podcasters, dude. Get on this boy. Get on this man. This is ridiculous, dude. Come on, Misippo.
All right. Yep, that's on me. I'll wear that one too. Just a reminder, besides the hate I'm getting for not watching Field of Dreams on the chat, want to shout out Bruce. Yes, I will always make a correction where needed. He's saying props for the first podcast fact check correction. Yes, and while we're looking at the chat, I want to remind the fans, the listeners, the viewers, you got any off the ball topics we should talk about? You got something you want to volley to Mark and chat on the fly? I promise. If you got one, we'll jump on it.
Yeah, man.
That
Jump in
you,
there,
Bruce.
man. We talk about anything, dude.
If not, you got about 5 minutes to get that in. If not, I got a topic. Again, the off the ball segment, we promised to dive into something that is not sports related, especially in the professional sports world, as we do talk a lot of baseball, football, all that good stuff, basketball. Anywho, the Field of Dreams was a great success. I think MLB would be wise to follow up with that in the future. People proposed maybe the A's and the Red Sox take the field next time. Were they featured in the film? I wish I could answer that myself.
You know, there's a lot of propositions out there, man, which is good. It's good to talk about it. Good to start thinking about it, man. You know, people get the brain going. I love the fact that maybe we get some Negro League fields in there. I've heard Bob Kendrick on Twitter talk about, getting suggestions for Negro League fields, man, that could use a little bit of freaking, not only people going out and checking it out, man, but, some popularity, man, get some exposure. I think that's a great idea, dude, as well, man. So this opens up a can of worms, and it's a good can of worms, dude. Anything that can bring back history in baseball to celebrate and get people's eyeballs watching is a good thing.
All right. Well, speaking of entertainment, did you think I'd bring back the Savannah Bananas this soon? Because the Savannah Bananas in Banana Ball, they keep trending on social media, little viral clips, this and that. It's just so fun. Between players walking up and introducing themselves as the current batter, now batting number 5 in your programs, number 1 in your heart, me.
Yeah.
As they take the bat. More recently, a left-handed batter came up with a caddy. The caddy had with him a golf bag. In the golf bag was a couple golf clubs and a couple baseball bats. They dropped the bag on home plate. The lefty takes out a golf club, does a golf swing, says, no. Caddy hands him a baseball bat. He goes, yes, and he steps in to take his at bat. just yesterday, they had a mic'd up third baseman. He said, to the live broadcast, while a pitch was being delivered, he says, I'm hoping for 2 hops this way. I'm going to backhand. I'm going to underhand it a la Manny Machado.
I saw that.
And it happened.
And he made the play.
And during live audio, you hear him hustle. He goes, oh, shit, it's happening. And he gets the ball. You hear him huffing. You see the throw. And he just can't believe it. And he points up to the broadcast booth. Nothing I'd ever want to see in Major League Baseball. But while we're entertaining fans with an alternate brand, hats off once again to Savannah Bananas.
Dude, I love that. I love the concept. I love the people that are in, the players, the fans, the owners, dude. They just love baseball, man. They're just having a good time. And hell yeah, dude, get on it, Savannah Bananas, dude. And that would be great to go check that out, dude. Frick, man, get out in the stands and check out a Savannah Bananas freaking game, dude. That'd be cool. Yeah.
Oh, and just a reminder, Chad already alluded to it. August 22nd, this Sunday, we'll be descending upon the Oakland Coliseum, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
They host the San Francisco Giants for what will always be a hotly anticipated series, the Battle of the Bay, coming this weekend. We'll definitely preview more of that on Thursday.
Tailgate.
Do it.
Tailgating.
Bart train, maybe.
What? Who?
Bart? You heard of it?
Oh, man, I don't know, man. I'm not sure about Bart. Oh, no, dude, they don't have the best reputation anymore. That's for sure. Yeah, but you know what? Plenty of people take part to the game, and that's cool, definitely. And but I want to do. We'll get there early to do some tailgating, check it out. See what It's always good to like boots on the ground, take the temperature of what's actually going on, other than just whatever you read or what you think is happening on TV. It's always good to be on ground, and we'll be there on Sunday, man. Maybe some people should join us, dude. Let's go check it out.
Well, hey, speaking of tailgating, from the chat line, regular contributor Nene20, I know he did some tailgating in Santa Clara, wherever they permitted. I'm not sure what lots. I haven't been to a game down there, but I know they had early tailgating issues with the field. I believe they've laxed on those. But getting the point, he wants to know, what's the best tailgate you ever been to, Chooch?
Oh, Raider game, no doubt.
That was easy for me as well.
That's it. There's nothing like it when you're in the mix, dude. When you're a full full-fledged fanatic like I was for many years, going nuts, getting there at freaking 8 a.m., 9 a.m., dude, and just the whole scene, dude, of just Raiders,
And just so the listeners
just going
know,
from tailgate to tailgate to tailgate.
I can smell it. I can truly smell it. I can see the Raider fans already there. And
Yes.
just so the fans know we're not being former homers, the Oakland tailgates have been certified for a long time as some of the best tailgates in all of football. Not a lot to do with the Coliseum in those parking lots. So it lent to that. And the day they moved to Las Vegas and announced we'll have tailgating, you can tailgate 2 miles down the strip.
Yeah,
we'll have a shuttle bringing you back and forth. It's like, oh gosh, they sold out. They sold out. Have you ever made it to a KC Mo tailgate, Kansas City Chiefs?
No, man, I have not. And I probably will not. But anyways, I went to a Royals game a couple times, so that was cool, but not too much tailgating going on there.
Yeah. Well, and the Las Vegas Raiders, speak of the devil, I believe they're coming to San Francisco for a preseason game. Will there be any former bad blood? Will there be bad behavior amongst fans? Because we certainly saw that NFL preseason week 1. Oh, Los Angeles fans, you disgust me sometimes. It's the Dodger fabric. It's the Rams now, maybe the former Raider fans. But what are you doing in the NFL preseason week 1? You're paying $10 for a soda, $19 for a beer, $6 for a bag of chips, and you're brawling. NFL preseason week 1, what are you doing?
Dude, I would say yes, dude, but think about what's going on in the world today and in society. People need to vent. They are pissed. And so you're going to see more of this behavior, dude, at big events. Myself, man, I don't think I'm going to an event if there's 40, 50,000 people, dude.
It begs the actual question. NFL for a long time has, had some flare-ups. The Raider fans, Niner fans, they've all been a part of it. Dodger fans got a bad reputation. What I'm getting at is fan-friendly experience, especially family experience, is getting harder to come by. And what just is standing out to me about this was the first game in Los Angeles, Rams' new $5.2 billion stadium, SoFi Stadium. This was the first time they hosted fans. I can only imagine how astronomical the prices were. And this is what you do. You've been waiting 1.5 years, 2 years to go into this field, and you get ejected or do worse. It just disgusts me. Like
anxiety, dude. Anxiety, pent-up frustration, all that stuff, dude. Not knowing what's going to happen next. This is the world we live in now, and sports is indicative of sports shows us what's actually happening in society. Okay, so you're going to see more and more of this. You can look back in history, dude. In baseball, football, basketball, I've always seen what's going on in society. You can mark the time in society by looking at some games from that era, and and it's going to be no different, dude. And football, oh brother, man. I saw the Vegas Raiders, dude, freaking sold out, 70,000 people, all this kind of stuff. And dude, it's gonna, people want to go do things, especially now that we have to stay more domestic. We're not flying to all different countries all the time a lot now anymore, and all this kind of stuff. They need entertainment. They're gonna go to these games, and they're gonna do whatever the hell they want to do, as many times as they want to do, because no one can tell them anything else. And that is going to bring all this behavior, dude. And it's going to get pretty ugly sometimes, dude. Yeah.
Well, let me just say, not my cup of tea these days. I'd rather see everybody love everybody. And I'd certainly see people not brawling during the preseason. So,
well, anyway. that would be nice if people can just freaking get along, huh? What do you think?
If we could just get along. Yes. And Chooch, part of my quick hits that I like to wrap up with when we get towards the end of it here. And yes, a quick off the ball segment coming to you to wrap things up, friends. Sometimes, things slip by. Sometimes you miss the chance to lay a little nugget that you meant to. And let me just say, that Tyler Gilbert kid from the Arizona Diamondbacks, he became the 4th player ever to throw a no-hitter in his first start. But it had been 50 years and more than 100 years since it had happened. Listen to these names. Maybe you've heard of them. I bet you haven't. 1953, good old Bobo Holloman. He threw a no-hitter in his first start.
Man.
Bobo.
God, good.
Bobo.
Shout out Bobo.
How about in 1891, Mr. Ted Brittenstein? He probably just finished closing up a jewelry shop, was late to the game, but threw a no-hitter all the same, right? Okay. And my favorite, because, God, you must be playing baseball in the 1800s, to have the name Bumpus Jones. Bumpus
Jones, dude. Yes, that's a great name. We got to keep that name, dude.
Oh, man.
Yo, Bumpus, what's going on? Bumpus just got done shoeing his horse, and then he had to go pitch a game.
Yeah. Bumpus sounds like he owns a few meat cleavers. But anyways, moving on. Friends, Listeners, we always try to keep things tight. We try to keep things moving. We encourage you to chat along, like the channel, subscribe to the channel, follow us on Instagram. Hit us up wherever you can find us. I promise we'll respond. We're enjoying this. We hope you feel all the same. And we didn't get any off-the-ball topics from the fans today, so I have one up my sleeve, Chooch. It's a simple one, but it might speak to different eras. It might speak to where you were at as a kid and where you're at as an adult. What I'm getting at is, I don't believe you were too heavy into comic books, but maybe as a kid you did a little bit of this, did a little bit of that. You got to give the listeners something, though. Give me your favorite superhero from when you were a kid versus your favorite superhero now, if you had one. I know you're not a big Marvel movie fan.
That is definitely off the ball. I am not a comic guy. Superhero-wise, dude, you know who I like today, man? I like Wolverine. He's cool. If that's a superhero, I don't know. And there it is, dude, right there. Yes. I got told I looked like Wolverine when I was living in Florida, but that's a whole other topic. Anyways, so Wolverine, dude, is pretty cool. But back in the day, dude, it was like Superman, Spider-Man, Batman. I never really cared for a whole lot of that stuff because it's all, to me, it's make-believe, not realistic. I'm more of a realistic guy. So I will go with my favorite back then. We'll go Spider-Man, dude, because he does whatever a spider can. Spins his web half the size, catches thief. Oh, my God. Look out. Here comes the Spider-Man.
Cue the jingle, people. Cue the jingle. If anybody, thank you, Chooch. Thank you, Chad. I've also gotten the Wolverine comparison, not today, not without a beard, but between the sideburns and the fur.
Yes.
Working on the body. But anyways, love the adamantium. As a kid, I was a big X-Men fan. People my age would remember the cartoon. Anyway, always a big Wolverine fan. Always a big Gambit fan. I liked Gambit as a kid. The Raging Cajun, the slick French talking with the cards, kinetic energy. He was awesome. Today's Marvel universe, with all the films they've put out, I'm going to go more modern. I definitely appreciate Thor and the universe there. Love the movie Ragnarok, but the God of Thunder, you can't go wrong with him. And let me give some love to, I could stick with Wolverine, but I like the humor presented by the Guardians of the Galaxy universe. It's good stuff. Chris Pratt, excuse me. So I'll go Guardians of the Galaxy and Thor.
You go, okay. I thought you were going to throw in Leonardo from the Turtles. No?
Well, that's another woebegone era. Your bro is definitely a Ninja Turtle fan. I think I got a couple color changes.
No, folks. He wasn't just definitely a Ninja Turtle fan. This dude had Ninja Turtle everything. And if you tried to take any Ninja Turtles away from him, anything with Ninja Turtles on it, be it blankets, be it clothes, be it anything, you are going to get the wrath of Mark, dude. So I don't want to downplay this one bit. You love yourself some Ninja Turtles, my man.
Cowabunga. Can't argue that. So,
all right, man.
We're going to keep it tight. We're at 45 minutes, Chad. We started on time. We're going to give ourselves a pat on the back.
Hey,
an achievement unlocked, if you will. Yes. Anything else? Parting thoughts, or see you Thursday?
No, man. You know what? Hey, we'll check it out Thursday, man. We got a couple days to collect some intel, as we say, and get back to it, man. I'm having a great time, man. I'm glad you are too, dude. And hey. We're going to A's game on weekend, dude, and I'm looking forward this next couple days, dude, to see if the A's can separate themselves a little bit. Maybe go after the division. Maybe we see a little bit more separation in the NL East. I'm not sure though, man. I think that's going to go down to the wire. Whoever's 500 wins the division.
Well, they've been saying that the A's are currently led by a host of M's: Matt, Marte, Mitch Moreland, and your favorite, Med Mowry.
Power to the M. Med Mowry. Nice. All right, dude.
All right, friends.
All right. Very
Chad,
good, man. Hey.
Take us away.
No, man. Hey, Bruce, thanks for all the work in the background, my friend. And, hey, great to have everyone with us. And we just keep cruising along, man. Like, subscribe. We should probably say that in the beginning of the cast. And not only that, dude, hey, take the MisippBROs with you. Tell us what you want. We might listen, we might not, But I'll tell you one thing, man. We're always going to have an opinion. Thanks for hanging with us on YouTube and all the other social media channels. Check us out, dude. We're having a time. MisippBROs coming to you live. Bam.
See you Thursday.